There are so many reports coming out that are stating that companies that are using AI tools or AI projects are failing miserably, that they are generating no financial returns whatsoever. And why these numbers, of course, are making the headlines, I feel the real story here is let's look into why this is happening and what leaders can do to fix it. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to the API for Everyone Daily Brief.
Independent research has been painting a pretty bleak picture when it comes to the AI failure rates. Gartner, they're reporting up to 85% of all AI projects are failing, usually from poor data and weak processes. And we're going to get back to that because that's a very important point. Rand puts this number above 80%, double the failure rate of any typical tech initiative. IDC says most AI projects collapse when moving from pilot to production. None of these numbers here look good. And adding to this trend, and we saw this all over the last really 5 or 6 days here, was a study from MIT's Media Labs project, NANDA, and it looked at 300 AI projects, 300, and found that only 5% of pilots give measurable business value. Most stall very early in testing. Savings, when they appear, are usually more in back office functions like paperwork and vendor management, things like that we know are pretty good, rather than customer-facing roles. We're going to get to all this. The research estimates companies have spent somewhere between $30 and $40 billion on generative AI with little to show for it. But unlike Gartner and Rand and NANDA, they're also vendors that are selling services. So all this framing comes with a marketing angle. That is what's an important thing to note. Why it matters. Well, these reports, media, they do paint a pretty bleak picture. You would think Rome is burning, AI is a complete failure. And companies like Gartner have a vested interest in companies thinking that way because they're selling very high-end consulting services with platforms and everything that goes with it. But here's the thing, if you really dig deep into all of these reports, you'll uncover what the real problem is. Strip away all the narratives and everything from it and just go deeper. And you'll see that the problem is not the technology. The problem is the workflows, the data quality, and the change management around it. Now, I've worked in marketing for a long time, and when AI just came out, when it launched up and everybody started adopting it in the marketing world and creating more content, well, you quickly saw what happened. If you were creating garbage content before, you were creating garbage content now, but at scale. Garbage in, garbage out. That's how it works. AI just amplifies who you are or your process or whatever that is. So the key here and the good news is all of this can be fixed. We can look and evaluate and fix our workflows. We can clean our data and make sure that it's doing what we need it to do. And in the change management front, we need to make sure that we are training our employees, our staff, everybody around us in AI literacy, that this is not something that's just coming for everybody's job, that it's something that, yes, it's going to replace some people, but it's going to create some new jobs. It's going to create new opportunities for you. It's going to allow you to be more productive and hopefully enjoy your job a little bit more. In short, this is what I want to say. AI just amplifies who you already are. That's really what it comes down to. And if your workflows are broken, AI just breaks them faster. AI won't necessarily make you better. It'll just make you more of who you already are. If you're considering some form of AI adoption at your company or business, please don't let these scary reports hold you back. Success is really about fit, focus, and follow through. Let me repeat that. Success is about fit, focus, and follow through. AI is not a magic potion. It's not voodoo. It's not the answer to everything. It's not even really ready for prime time yet, except for in certain use cases. The best use cases are typically those high-cost, repetitive, mundane tasks that nobody likes to do anyway. So think about data sorting, think about reporting, think about document reviews. These are all things that AI can save you so much time. Get out of all of that and spend that with your team, with your employees. You're building culture, you're being more creative. It's just a time saver. That's all it is. And if you are looking at AI adoption, I want you to take a look at auditing three different things. Three different things. Number one is data quality. Can you trust your data source? Is it consistent? And is it accessible? Number two is workflow clarity. Are your workflows documented and do people follow them consistently? And number three is success metrics. Can you measure current performance to prove AI's impact? Oh, and one more thing. Come here. Every disruptive technology brings both hype and backlash. And the winners are not the ones screaming the loudest for or against AI. The winners are the ones who audit their operations first, identify their highest cost repetitive tasks, and ensure their data quality can support meaningful insights. Start there. Your AI strategy should begin with an honest assessment of your processes, not the latest AI tools. Are your workflows ready for that boost? And our time together today has come to an end. If you found value in this video, please hit that subscribe button, like button, get in the conversation. I would love to hear from you. Well, my name is Harrison Painter. This has been the AI for Everyone Daily Brief. And until next time, keep creating, keep innovating, and most importantly, keep up. God bless you.
Thanks for listening. I'm glad you stayed. One more spark for the plans you've made. If this show hit, go share the vibe. Like, subscribe, let's build this tribe.